Hello and welcome to HurtWorld. I think today I'm going to show you the basics of building. Right now I have my build hammer down here at the bottom. There's my shotgun, and I put the build hammer in. Okay, you see these blue markers? These blue markers signify where you can build at. So right now I can build in a square that goes out here. And the corner of that square, you can't see it, but it's right past the right on this edge, or just past this edge. Yeah, there it is over there. So here's my totem. So if you can imagine what this is this is the corner right there. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah. So right there is the corner of where four big squares come together. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm claiming each of the four squares with my totem. This is my totem here. Okay, now my totem rooms are always made out of steel. It's harder for them to break into them, more expensive. Not impossible, just more expensive. Later on I'll show you guys how to make a raid-proof base that they can't get into. But that's very difficult, and that's for another episode. So here what I've done is I've built a wall around the first square. The foundation is made from cement, and you can see the marker where the small wall can go on the foundation. Okay, the green is the marker, and the little green squares are locations that I can put the wall. I can put a small wall, or I can put a large wall. These are the sizes here. Small, medium, where'd it go? There it is. Medium or large. Okay, those are the larger walls. So what we do is usually I build my walls in sections. Let me get back to what I was doing here in this section. Let's see. I'm going to put a roof on. So usually to put a roof, you have to see the foundation. The foundation is actually a big square. So there's the foundation square. Okay, and this wall is on the edge of the foundation square. So if I was to put a roof over there, the roof would go towards the foundation. It won't go out the other direction. It'll go towards the foundation. Now, what that means is that if I wanted to put a roof over here, normally I would have to put a foundation out over here. But that gets really expensive, and I don't want that because I want this area to grow crops in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build wood joists up there. That's a wood joist, and I'm going to build the large one. And as high as I can reach, goes right there. One there. Now I don't like going off the wall because it's too much of an angle. I like going off the joist itself. So if I click on that center one, it's always going to be in the center and lined up. And maybe two more. No, one more. One more is good. Okay, now off of these, I can go this direction. So now I can put a ceiling up there in the middle of nowhere. Gotta get more wood. Okay. Oops. Let's see, wood. Okay, I'm going to grab those two stacks. Come back out here. Always close your doors, guys. Always close your doors, because there are a lot of bad guys around. Okay, so to get up on the roof, so I can work from up there, well, first I'm going to show you something. When I started building this, I actually built it a little backwards. I put the joist up as high as I can reach, right? And that's okay for this part here, but not for this part over here. Because yeah, see, it wants to fit on that side. The problem is that I want more than one roof out here. Maybe I don't need that, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go up on this on the roof from here. Pick a ladder. See how it's red because it's inside? I can make it come outside. And we'll put it right there. Now see, you can't really look like you can't reach it, but you can jump up there easy and reach it. There we go. And pop up on the roof. So now the flat one is the roofs. Roofs come in two big sizes. Later on I'll show you what the angles are for. But these two big sizes, I'm going to just pick the big side. Now I really don't, that's just farm stuff there, so I really don't care how secure it is. So I'm just going to put down one ceiling across, just so I don't get raiders to come in here and just steal my crops. Because they will. People will get curious, they want to know what you have in here, and they'll just jump in over the wall if they can. Now see, the wall looks pretty tall. You don't think they could just jump there, but what they can probably do is get on the other side of that rock up there and jump down pretty easy. That's not too hard to do. To get this menu to come up, I'm holding down the F key, and I'm just going to put a bunch of these braces out here. And then I put roofs on top of them. A roof or a floor. It's the same thing if it was a floor. Oh, that one's off. There is no undo, so you got to be very careful. Resources are precious in this world. So you got to be very careful that you hit what you actually meant to hit. Okay, now along this rock face, you see the squares that go out into the rock face there? See that ghost image out there? I'm actually building my roof inside that rock. There's a little spot right there, but see, nobody could squeeze through that rock. That little square right there. But if there's a square there, fairly decent size, they will squeeze through, and they don't care if they die 2 or 3 times to do it. That's the whole purpose of raiding, is you make a totem really close, so if you die, you just go back over your totem and you keep trying over and over again. My goal is to make bases that are more difficult for them to get into and not worth them raiding. So there's one section. Big flat area. Okay. So now, when I put in the foundation, everything is divided by 4. Okay, so when I put that foundation down below, I don't want a foundation taller than my knees. So it means when your buddy comes over to the wall and he squats like this, his head shouldn't be lower than your foundation bottom, down the cement down at the bottom. If it is, that means they can just blow up that cement and walk into your base real easy. So you want to make sure it's lower than somebody crouching. Okay, they haven't put laid down crawling yet, but I don't think they're going to. So keep your foundation as low as you can. So what I did below is I moved the foundation down exactly 4 measurements, and the way I can tell that is that when I'm up here or next to it, I can put the small wall and it lines up perfectly. That small wall is 1/4 of the big wall. Okay, so I'm going to put small walls all across here. Okay, and that's because I'm going to put ceilings here. This is my defense. So what's going to happen is that a raider is going to come. He's going to put his drill up here. He's going to spend about 20-30 minutes drilling through the stone just to find out that there's another ceiling underneath. And sometimes they really don't want to stick around that long, because the drill makes a lot of noise and it attracts guys who want to come over and take the drill and stuff away from them. So to conserve resources, what I'll do is, you don't have to put a wall here. I mean, there's no way that you can crouch or sneak under that. So what I do is I put a wall out here, the next one over. Now, you see how there's 2 bumps right there? This one is for the wall, the roof to go this way, and the other one is for the roof to go that way. So I'm just going to put one on this side here, so I can put the roof in here. There we go. And let's see how much of a roof I need to put. One there, one there, and see, I got to put one here. So you can build into the wall, into the rock. That's why you can see there's the 2 dots. So I'm going to put one here, and now I can put a roof on that section. Like that. Again, that's too small for them to jump in, so I'm not worried about that. And I just repeat. There we go. Now we have a flat roof. So out from the outside it's going to look very uniform. Okay, when they come by and someone sees your base, it's going to look like a very uniform wall. And that may not be a big deal, but what they're looking for is they're looking for variations. If they see a variation, that means your foundation isn't level all the way across, or it's not in multiple floors, and it means that there might be an area that they could get through, or that they could blow up easy and then squeeze through to get to the other stuff. So that's a nice foundation right there. That's a good wall. The roof goes all the way across. They're not going to be able to see. And the thing is see how tall it looks? As soon as they see that it's 2 stories over the wall, a lot of raiders are just going to assume that that's all sailings. And you see how on my cursor I can see the red? The raider can come in and he can see these dots. And he's going to go, hey, we don't want to raid this base. It's got 4 sailings. That'll be like 2 hours we're sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. And everybody's going to hear us doing this raid. So I wanted to give a shout out to Kane and to Tibbs. Thank you guys very much for letting us raid your base yesterday. I do appreciate all the stuff you gave me. Those 2 guys are some of the worst killers on this server. And all of us non-killers or semi-raiders, we got together last night and we just raided his base. There's probably about 12 or 13 of us. And we decided to put a stop to him. And it worked out pretty good. It took like 6 hours. But this game is just ridiculously fun. Now what I wanted to show you guys was from this side. See, I hadn't put a wall here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue these frames all the way out and bring them all the way and close this whole thing. I think that's what I'm going to do today. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment. Thank you.